Hey Brad, hope you're enjoying the nice warm weather in North Queensland. And some more news, I've finished off your Sega system here, so it's completely done. It's got the switchless mod as we've described. The modes can be changed by holding the reset button. Blue is 50 Hertz or PAL, purple is American, and blue is Japanese. So onto the back, which I think turned out quite good. You've got your power. You've got your AV port, which also gives you RGB, and from the discussions we had, that probably seems like what connection you're going to use. S-Video, which is where the original RF was. You've got a switch here that controls the two oscillators, one being the onboard oscillator, which gives you a very good picture, and also the power oscillator, which gives you color and 50 Hertz. The power oscillator also seems to reduce or eliminate jail bars. However, on some televisions you might get a little bit of kind of a waving in the video. That can be changed by or adjusted. There's a pot inside that you can adjust, but I'll leave that up to you. You've also got the left and right audio and the composite video. Just using component jacks here, but that doesn't matter. The color is yellow, white, red. And also you have a switch here for overclock. Going to this direction is the overclock mode, and that is the standard. So you got 10 megahertz and 7.6. Advantage, obviously, overclock allows the CPU to process instructions quicker, so that's pretty good. The downside of having overclock is that some games may give you some kind of weird results. I have noticed some oddness in some games. This one here was one, obviously Sonic 2. I've noticed a few issues. The sound kind of goes funny in places. I have noticed a few lockups with it. So all the other games I've tried, well, not all of them, but most of the other games I've tried work no problems 10 megahertz. This guy here, it looks really funny when it's at 10 megahertz. It kind of jumps all over the place. But the advantage is obviously you can just switch him back to the original speed, and you know, it's good. All right, let's put him in overclock, which he is in that direction. Remember, that way is overclock. Let's turn him on. So I've got purple, which is NTSC US. So that's using the PAL oscillator at the moment. On this TV, I can notice a little bit of waving, but if I change him over to the original oscillator, it's perfect. You know, obviously your TVs are going to give you different results depending on what you use. And I guess having that switch there gives you a lot more flexibility. So you're quite happy with that. Alright, let's try some other games. Now I'll show you the oddness that you have at an overclock with a game that is not compatible with overclock. So there's Virtua Racing. I'll turn him on and you can see. Change it to the onboard oscillator. See how it just jumps over the place? I don't know if that's really clear or not, but occasionally you'll see the screen just jump out of position. Now I'll change him to the original speed. Switch goes that way. That's a 7.6 megahertz. And this is back to stock. And of course you can use composite video as well if you really want to. Change it to the PAL oscillator, looks pretty good. Change it to 50 Hertz if you really want. Oops, blue mode is 50 Hertz. Speed goes down, looks shocking. And then if you change the switch to the onboard oscillator, it's black and white. Obviously because it's an NTSC oscillator. Change it to power, you got colour. So back to purple. Probably rambling a bit here, but anyway, it doesn't matter. What else is there really to describe about this? Okay, if you intend on getting a Mega CD or a Sega CD, Sega CD or Mega CD is locked to the region. So let's say a Sega CD that's American, you'd have to start the console up in purple mode. That's purple, and then it will work. And also another thing to keep in mind as well, if you're using a Sega CD, Mega CD or whatever, it's got to be in the stock speed. It's not Mega CD, Sega CD is not compatible with overclock. So the overclock there is awesome, in particular in games that you get slowdown, that's really good. But for the highest compatibility, stock is the best. I prefer playing an overclock. In particular in games like shooters and shmups and things like that, it's a lot better. Also, another thing I need to add about the overclock is do not change it while the system's running. Well, you can, but the system will lock up and you have to turn the system off and turn it back on. So yeah. Pretty good. £50, absolutely shit. Original oscillator, power oscillator. Alright mate, enjoy it. Cheers.